What is up, you beautiful patriot you? It's a beautiful Tuesday afternoon in South Jersey, and I want to make sure I send all my love to you. I have been checking out this dude, Van, on LFR-FAMILY, and just blows my mind. This dude, I mean, he's come from different background. He's been through the hate. He's been through everything you can think of, and he's coming out with a stronger mind. And I was watching this morning this interview he did, and I'm going to put the link down there. Please like, subscribe, share me, whether it's Rumble, Instagram, TikTok. And let me just say, I was doing a live just now on TikTok, and I said, ooh, there's red flags, man. It's not that there was cheating, but there's red flags, and they call that disinformation. Well, there's red flags in life. But anyway, I don't care. I appealed it, and if they don't, screw them. But anyway, getting back to this, I did say on the live that I wanted to show this, so I'm doing the video for you now. And this dude is just absolutely amazing, all right? Right here, Van Hall, he's the man. Now, let me see. Please watch the video until the end. I'm gonna cut through it, but if you see here, you know, I'm subscribed. I'm gonna like this. Wait, oh, I already did. Okay, so make sure you go to here, LFR-FAMILY, subscribe, and hit a like or dislike. It doesn't matter. I like it. So I'm going to run this. He's going to hit some heavy questions, but she's also going to give some heavy answers. And let's see if we can get through it real quick. Take it away, Van.
What is it rude to ask somebody how do they lean when it comes to politics?
Apparently.
I mean, why is it that we can't speak freely? If this thing is supposed to be freedom of speech, why are we afraid to ask people questions, say different things? I don't understand it.
She starts this out about, she started this answer about as best as you can answer it as a first talking point that's going to, maybe it's drawing me in already that she's going to have some good stuff to say here.
Like, even with race, let's take that on. I know I'm black. I know a person's white. I know this, you know, I see with my eyes. Why are we so afraid to address what is? Like, you know, if you, like, you see me, you know I'm black. And
with daggone freckles. You red bone.
Red bone.
Anywho, we know I'm black. We we know. I don't understand why it's such a difficult thing to talk about. Like,
Egyptian.
Everybody's so scared to talk or say how they really feel.
Wait. She just said all that. It's beautiful. It's perfect. And wait till how this just twists around. It's crazy.
Not that person. Like, if I see a white person or a black person, we're talking, you know, or something, the race thing come up, I'm going to say, you know, you're white, I'm black, you know, I'm going to let that person know, I know that you're white. I hope you see that I'm black. You know, it's just like, I don't understand that. I don't get why people are so afraid to speak what they feel.
All right, well, let me ask you this then. Do you trust white people?
No, absolutely not. Not near one of them.
And why not?
Because of their history, because of experiences I've had with them, because I know.
Let me just say, I'm not doubting her experiences. Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, her experiences are probably nothing of what I've gone through in life. So I am wholeheartedly praying for her at this moment.
That they are the masters and arch deceivers of hate and racism. Everything that we've been taught, racism-wise, we've learned from them.
Everything we've been taught.
Them. So, no, I don't. Absolutely not. And I know they weren't born to be good people. That's just not their nature.
Do you have any white friends?
No.
No, she don't.
One. And when they get wet. I mean, I'm just saying, you know, that's, I mean, that's just part of it. They do.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Now, this is why I like Van. He's trying to, he's already, his cranks are turning going, woo, this just went, you know, 180. Hello. This wasn't a circle or this wasn't go through. This is a 180. So he's got to rethink, and he's brilliant at the way he can adapt in the conversation.
See, and that right there is why people like are they slow walk certain conversations because they don't know where the other person stands. Like for instance, when I asked you that question, I asked you that question based off of some things that, you know, certain conversations and certain memes and gifs, and I don't know why they call them gifs, I call them gifs,
Gifts.
that's on the internet.
GIFs.
But then I'll see like a comment or two and by different people, and when I ask, do you trust white people, that you point out your own personal relationships with them or lack thereof. You point out your own observations of them, current and in the past. And because of current and the past, you're not going to deal with them in the future or in the present.
Me and my grandfather was white, but I didn't know him.
I mean, look, man. I just found out I'm Moroccan and Egyptian, so I'm definitely studying that. By the way, you know, it's only like 26%, maybe like 18% Egyptian, and then the balance is Moroccan. But I'm thankful I know now because I had a dad and a great grandmother that were adopted. So when I did my DNA test, I'm like, really cool. This is cool. So now I'm diving into the history of that. Of course, I found out I'm 60-some% Irish and British UK too, which is okay. But I don't think maybe I look more Irish, but I certainly look like around the Mediterranean kind of look, right? Leave a comment, share, like, subscribe, all that. Tell me if you think I look. I know you're going to tell me I'm fat, but I don't care. But listen.
He died before I was born, so,
But do you not know?
She's got a piece of white in her.
Well, you do. You probably still feel some type of hurt from the type of things that we've gone through as Black people, right?
On a daily basis.
And then when people say something about us that's off color or it's not what we are or not who we are, but is blatant disrespectful, you will have an issue with that, right? So how do you think, or do you even care, that white people take offense to anything that you may say?
I don't care about white people.
Well,
nothing about them.
This right
nothing
here.
About them. Nothing.
Do you consider this hate?
No, that's my personal experience and my personal opinion. I'm not asking anybody to jump on board with me and say what I say or do what I do. This is my experience. This is coming from me. Not the comments expressed on this YouTube or Instagram is not that of the Van Hall. These are all comments of myself. That's how I feel. I have felt that way for a very long time, and I will continue because.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy, right? This is what I was talking like on today's live I was doing, that when I was growing up in the 60s, that was kind of it was really, really violent. I don't remember it that way, but my parents and grandparents were already kind of in the mode of we have to change direction. Whatever their grandparents and great grandparents were thinking, you know, obviously, you know, they were pretty, for what I know, Italian, white, whatever, English, all that. They knew the thinking was wrong, and I was raised to not see color. I was raised to befriend anybody that wanted to befriend me. So when you hear this woman, and wait till you hear what she says with the grandbabies and all. When you hear this woman, she's locked in. She's got her feet solidly planted on the ground with a plan that does not jump outside the bubble. For her right now, the bubble isn't breakable. I don't know if Van can even break it for her. I pray that she can break it because I think these are the definite types of people, black or white, that once they break out of the bubble, they're better teachers for it. But you can tell right now the programming is absolutely 100% solid concrete. It ain't going any other way. So let's jump back into that.
It serves me right. You know, I don't have to worry about, you know, is this white person is, or, you know, I don't have time to try to pick and choose if this one is good or this one is this or this what they mean. I'm gonna put everybody in one category.
There you go. That's the concrete. It's done. It's over. There's nothing. It is completely one category. We're moving on. Don't look back.
Or I don't want to deal with you. I know your nature. I know your history. I know what you're capable of. I see it every single day. I've experienced it in the past. And I don't want to, I choose, that's just not what I choose to be around. I want to be around my own people, people that I feel comfortable with, people that I know can relate.
And the funny thing is, there is nothing wrong with feeling that way. Everybody wants to feel that way. And as a matter of fact, in the 50s, 60s, 70s, whoever was on your block, because it's phones that took that away. Kids don't play with kids much no more. They're on their phones. But when I was growing up, everybody on my block, maybe the block over, we all knew each other. We all hung tight. We were all different races, though. Where I grew up, it wasn't just all Italian on the block or all black on the block or even all white. Even in a section that I lived in Wildwood Crest, we had a black kid on our block, Anderson, and he was a wonderful kid. We played football. He was actually a good tackler. He was kind of chunky. He was good, but I'm just saying, my era was my growing up was the time that we all started realizing that race shouldn't matter in anything, and I knew it took decades anyway. But where we got to in 2010s and under, we were just starting to blossom with TV, radio, music. We were already blossomed in music. I mean, it was a complete. I was in the generation that walked this way and Run DMC. When they did that, I was blown away. Blown away. I forget the producer, Rick something. Rick Rubin. He knew what he was doing, man. So let's just keep going. I don't want to take up too much. Wait till you hear some of these. Oh.
To some of the plights that I have that are going on in the world. White people can't. So for interracial couple, let's take that. So for instance, if I have a white man and I go home and I'm having a bad day at work from the white man, I can't go home like, I hate that white man. He's gonna be like, wait a minute, I can't.
Because she prefaced it with white MFer. Now she's basically in the racist category. I'm not going to accuse her of being a racist, but the minute she's categorizing people by their color, then she's a lost soul at this point. Did it happen 20, 50 years ago? Sure, but that right there proved it.
Can't be 100% me black around you because I'm going to be fearful that I may offend the person that's so-called. I'm not doing all that's just too much work. And then, I'm just not doing that. And there's nothing like a black man. Like, come on now. Look at the physical aspect of you all as compared to a white man. It's absolutely no comparison in any race.
That's nuts, right?
There's no comparison to the black. I'm always going to say that. So, and the darker they are, excluding Van, the more sexy the more sexier they are, I think, in my opinion. But no white people, no white men in a relationship, interracist relationships.
Love the one you're with.
Never have, never will. Nothing about it. My daddy is darker than you, so I'm sure he would have my head on the platter.
Yeah, me being a minister in training, all really give our peers, and we certainly don't give people that we just work with. So we switch up based off the embetterment of people who look like me.
If I'm at work, if I'm with personal people, I'm with my cousins, I'm with my mama, I'm with my grandchildren, I'm the same way.
Next time
there's no switching.
I'll mark out the
No, so you're telling me that when your granddaughter and your grandchildren are on these teams,
this and then we'll end it.
Sports teams with white kids.
There's no white kids in my granddaughter's gymnasium.
So they're never going to be, is what you're saying.
I'm not saying they're never going to be at this present moment. There are now one.
All right, so I'm putting it out there that it is going to happen. It's going to be a little bit more.
Sure, there may be. Well, it just depends.
One might sneak in on the team.
To keep my grandchildren around my people. And every, I go when I check out. I kind of do my due diligence on places. I'm like, oh, this not. No, that's not good. This is
but if white kids became, someone became her friends or her teammates, either in school or on these swimming teams and gymnastics teams, all these things, you would then start to commingle with their parents just for your grandparents.
I would not. No.
So you
I
wouldn't
would
be a
not.
part of anything that they're doing simply because they're white?
No, what I'm saying is if they somehow get on her team or whatever, I don't have to talk to any parent. It's like now, it's predominantly black, and I talk to the ones, but I don't talk to everyone. I don't talk to all the parents because they're black. Just some I don't communicate with because they are just there to see their child. They don't want to talk, and that's fine. But especially white people, I'm not going to go out of no.
You're
I stay in my
interesting.
corner. I stay to myself.
You
I
mind your
don't.
business.
Yeah, I don't want nothing to do with you. I hope you don't want nothing to do with me because I'm not going to say anything to you. Don't say anything to me. That's how I roll. Like that's it. Even like my grandkids, they are well versed and educated on how I feel about white people
You see?
and why I feel that way. Me and my granddad, we have conversations all the time
You
about
see?
white people,
Program.
Now,
so she knows what to look for.
All right, I got to end it there because I want you to go back to this YouTube channel and I want you to subscribe to Van and I want you to start seeing these different aspects of where he's going. You know, you got the Reverend Jesse. You know, if you look up Jesse, he does the same thing. He's a little bit more extreme, Jesse Peterson, but Van, to me, is the guy I want to keep listening to because it informs me. It helps me build up trust that there are other people, black or white, trying to marry us back together culturally, not marriage, but culturally. That's the thing I'm interested in. I don't care about gay marriage, mixed marriage. It doesn't matter. Love the one you're with. So the same thing with here. Van, I love you. I really, really hope that you can keep getting through to people. This is a huge, huge learning tool, and I appreciate it. So, on that note, I'm going to end it up. I love you guys. Also, remember, kiss, love, hug a veteran. Visit Gretchen at Code of Vets for me. And I always send my love to Dave and Leah for helping me on Twitter. And we're spreading the word. We're getting it out there. You guys take care. I'll see you on the other side.